In today's video, we will be showcasing the first 5 characters in JJS. Let's do this. The first character we're doing is Saturu Gojo. His first ability is a targeting ability, and it's called Lapse Blue. It brings your opponent here, and you kick him into the air. Pretty simple. That's it. I'm going to spawn a blocking dummy. So now that I have this blocking dummy, the Lapse Blue can be blocked. The next ability that we have here is Reversal Red, which can also be blocked. And it shoots out this tiny little red orb that blows up. Kaboom! 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 Next one is Rapid Punches. It is a block-breaking combo move that launches them after. And the final ability is Twin Fold Kick, where the second one is block breaking. And it just kind of does that. It's pretty cool. Now, his R ability, it allows him to teleport to any player. So, and it has like special variants of this move. So if you do Lapse Blue plus the R, you do like a little kick down. Reversal Red plus R, you spawn behind them and activate it. Rapid Punches, and then you wait for them to get launched, and you press R, you spawn, and you grab them, and you throw them. Wow! Look at this little cute face. Dong, dong. And now, his ultimate. Let's get a little bit crazy. His first ability is called Lapse Blue Max. It has a ground variant, but you can't go into the air, and an air variant, which is way better because it can go into the air. The next is Reversal Red Max. It's like a sniper rifle. It can't go into the air unless you do its air variant, which is just way better. Also, Lapse Blue, not blockable. Red, oops, I did it from behind. Red, not blockable. If a person happens to be low, after the blue ends, it will not go away, and you can hit it with a red, like this. Boom. And that will create a hollow nuke. Let me show you. So we're going to get this guy low, and we'll do it by using the next ability. It's Hollow Purple. It has a ground variant, but it also has an air variant, which is way better. Now, back to Lapse Blue Max. If you kill someone with it, it will not go away. And then you hit it with a little red, and it will become the hollow nuke. And it will blow up, which is really cool if you ask me, because it's like a special in his super. His R does nothing with his abilities. The next ability, Infinite Void, my bad. It summons a domain where anyone in it cannot move except you, which is just basically free kills in a public lobby if you get enough people in it. And it has this really cool design, too. I personally love this domain. And now you might be thinking, oh, that's all for the Mr. Gojo. Wrong! Let me show you. If you press G and spam R, your domain will pop off rip. And then you can start running super fast and punching people. And then you can go into super speed. And then super wide spring strikes. And if you do this correctly, you can even get a special animation. So, once it ends, as you can see, all of my abilities go on cooldown and my ult runs out. So now we're going to do it again and get the special cutscene. So how you get the special cutscene is you use it, and you kind of just like run until you hit your second speed. Once you hit your second speed, then you rip off the heads of all these people until you have 2 heads in your hands. And you will get the special cutscene, which is from the anime and manga. That is Gojo. This Vessel, aka Yuji. His R special allows you to fake out any move, except Manji Kick. So you can do like a little bit of fake out on him. So like, Divergent Fist, fake! Fake, 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 fake. Yeah? So, first ability, Curse Strikes. You do a little dash forward, and if someone's in your dash, you go into a tiny little combo, or then you can extend. Next, Crushing Blow. This has a regular variant and an air variant, where you kind of like boost forward. Curse Strikes also has an air variant. Next, Diverge of Fist. If you click it once, you do that, where it's like a two strikes. If you time it perfectly and hit it twice, you do a Black Flash. If they are facing the opposite way, you can chain Black Flashes and do a Black Flash chain, which does a lot more damage. Black Flash. Another thing is Manji Kick. It is a really overpowered counter. It can counter melee attacks. It can counter ranged attacks. And it doesn't matter how far they are, too. Like, let's go from the max to... Get out of my way! Let him go to the farthest he can. So so it stops right here. Manji Kick. Boom! That's some insane distance. And it's overpowered too. And the finisher is also really cool. So let me show you the finisher real quick. Boom! Boom! Awesome Manji Kick. Yeah. That's Manji Kick. Now, for his ultimate. Sukuna. First ability, Dismantle. Shoots out little spikes, and he also has an air variant. Next, Open. You shoot out a little fire arrow. Pew! If it hits anything in its path, it will do that. R special, grabs him, slices him up. Rush. Pew! Kick in the balls, jump up, slam him into the ground. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Also, if you time it 1, 2, 4, or 1, 3, 2, 4, you can do a World Cutting Slash, which is extremely overpowered. The next ability, Yoinshinkai, Malevolent Shrine. It just absolutely destroys people. There's nothing you can do against it. Except blocking. If you're holding block, then you can't take any... Well, you'll take some damage, but you can tank it unless the Sukuna player comes and... used from existence. And that is Vessel. Relentless Gambler. A.K.A. Hakari. He's got a pretty simple moveset, too. 1, 2, 3. So, his first ability, Reverse Balls. Shoots out a ball. Pretty self-explanatory. Second ability, traps them indoors so they can't move, and then you can get a free combo on them. If you want to, then wherever the ball lands, the trap doors will summon, which I think is pretty cool. Next is Rough Energy. You do that, launches them. There's also an air variant. Another thing with Rough Energy, if you use Shutter Doors, jump on it, then use the jump. Then use the air variant, it's way better. Last ability is Fever Breaker. You kick him, you launch, and you kick him again. And his R is a block. Now for his super. Yoinshinkai. Weep! So in here, it's pretty hard to explain, so you should probably look up a different tutorial for this, how this domain works. But if you hit a jackpot, which I did, which is pretty rare, you go into this state. The Idle Death Gamble. First ability, Lucky Volley. Kind of just punch him. Lucky Rush Down. You grab him, move him around, launch him. Next one, Overwhelmingly Luck. You smack him once, and then whatever you run into starts getting progressively damaged. The last one, Energy Surge. You punch him once, launch up into the air, kick him. Let me do that again. Boom. And his R special does a little dance. That is Hakari. Next is Meumi, aka the 10 Shadows. His R special allows you to go into this cool little shadow that you can cancel at any time with R. And if you buy an item, I get it every time. The sniper is the only thing that doesn't work, and the voice recorder. So say you have an item, and you press R. You go into your little shadow, you come up, you don't have the item. Where'd it go? If you press R again, and then you press M1, you can grab it and use it again, and you can have your cool shades back. And this works for any item that does not make you click R. So that's it's a pretty good special for just traversing the area. Now for his moves. Rabbit Escape shoots out some rabbits. If you press R and then 1, it shoots out like this rabbit pillar. Next is Nue, which is an auto-targeting bird, which is you can't block it. Then there's Toad, which pulls them towards you. And there is a variant where if you press 3 and hold down 2, it does these like flying toads and launches them. Next is Divine Dogs, where you can slash them up. Slash them up pretty good. There's no R variants for these next ones. Or, that's a lie. If you press New and then press R, you can ride the bird, but that's pretty much it. You can't do it with like Toad or anything. Or the dog. So yeah, time for his ult. Insanity. First, Max Elephant. You drop an elephant wherever your cursor goes. Pretty overpowered. Next is Great Serpent, where you jump, turn into a serpent, and you can grab any dummy that's in your way. So like say this guy, or like any person, you yoink him, nom 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 nom, and start eating him. His next ability, Shadow Swarm. You start beating them up with your shadows and smack them with your sword. And your last ability, with this treasure, I summon. Maharaga. Full Maharaga tutorial in a different video. Now on to the next one. The last one is Perfection, aka Mahito. This one is really cool, and we're gonna need an immortal dummy. First is Stockpile. You hit him twice. There's also an air variant with Stockpile as well, where you jump into the air and slam him down with one hammer. Next is Soulfire. You shoot these little cool things that are blockable. Next is Focus Strike. One hit, it is blockable, but you can also Black Flash with it, which is not blockable. Next is the Body Repel. You grab him and you yoink him around. Yoink. Yoink. And if you press 3 while using it, you can turn into the worm. Next, for his R special, you have 3 variants. First, you're punching with the regular Focus Strike. Second, the swords, which allows you to dash forward, and you get this sick, like, cool sword thing. Your next one, the clubs, turns your forward dash into, like, a cool, like, spinning thing that's not blockable, and your Focus Strike into a giant punch. Now, time for his ultimate. First is Idle Transfiguration. If you hit it once, they get a status effect. If you hit it again, that's an that's a immortal dummy, and they die. Next, Body Disfigure. You turn into like a little spike, and you kick them. If you are using the swords, you turn into this weird thing, and you start stabbing them. If you're using the clubs, you grab them, and you can slam them into the ground. Boom, 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 and then you throw them. And lastly, his domain. Now, 2 of these are immortal dummies, and I'm going to put them all in my domain. Now, how his domain works is if you get close to him, this little bar goes down, and once their bar goes down, they just die. So, there's really no way of winning in this domain. All he has to do is walk up to you, and you're cooked. Now, if you think that was it, it's not. Press G to do a Black Flash. If you hit 2 Black Flashes in one ultimate, you ascend into a perfect being. Wine Spine Strikes allow you to do massive damage like this. Ah! Dong! Next is Face Blitz. That's also the forward dash. Face Blitz allows you to bounce around with them and slam them into the ground. Then there's Crushing Rushdown, where you grab them and use them as a battering ram against other players. And then there's Head Splitter, their final ability, which allows, it's a counter, which instantly kills him. And let me show you something. This is the blocking animation. This is Head Splitter. You can easily trick him into getting a Head Splitter on and killing them. Which is what will happen to you if you don't subscribe.